Hello, and welcome to 50 and Starting a Business. Today we're going to discuss how you can create and file an LLC for free. Now there are 6 steps, and I will go through them shortly, and then I will expand upon them as we go through. But I want to clarify that you can't actually set up the LLC for free because you have to file it with the state, and the state, whatever state you decide to set up your LLC, and the state is going to demand you pay a filing fee. I used a lawyer to set up my wealth management business because I wanted to make sure there was no way I did anything wrong. To be honest with you, it was a waste of money. I could have done it all on myself. LegalZoom, other LLC Inc. and stuff like that offer to set up an LLC for you. Again, it's really simple. There's no reason why you need to pay someone else to set up your LLC. So quickly, I will go through the 6 steps. 1, you need to get a business name. 2, you need to appoint a registered agent. 3, you need to get a copy of the formation documents from the Secretary of State of the state that you're going to register your LLC. 4, you're going to explore other LLC formations. So there's a single filing LLC. There's a single member filing LLC. There's a multi-member filing LLC. I'll go through those later. 5, you need an LLC operating agreement. This isn't necessary depending on the state that you live in. And number 6, you need to fill out and file the formation documents. And once you do all that, you have your LLC all set up. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Each step shouldn't take you that long. In fact, I went through it and was able to set it up within an hour. The hardest part for me is choosing the name. So once you have the name chosen, you're going to be the registered agent. You can kind of just go through these steps. But here are these steps spelled out a little bit longer. So 1, you need to have a unique name. It must be something to do with what your business is. So you can't have something crazy like my company's name is Selling Monkeys and the business I'm doing is lawn service. It could be Monkey Lawn Service. I don't know if Selling Monkeys would actually be allowed anyway, but so you need to have a business name that kind of corresponds with the business that you're doing. You need to have an official address. So you can't have a PO box. So you need to have an address that somebody can actually, a physical address where they can send you documents and get in contact with you. So number 2 is you need to appoint a registered agent. This registered agent can be yourself. So the registered agent is going to be the contact person for the government to get in contact with you for filing fees, renewal process, and all of that kind of stuff. You need to get a copy of the formation documents from the Secretary of State, the state in which you plan to have your LLC. I'm going to have another video kind of going through the pros and cons of setting up your LLC in the state where you live and where you're doing business versus another state which has stronger liability protections. That'll be the next video coming out. But so whatever state you're forming your LLC, you need to go to the Secretary of State website and look for a copy of the formation documents. These documents will either be downloadable in a Word file, in which case you can just kind of go through and fill it out, or a PDF where it's a fillable PDF where you can write in what you want. And then you're going to want to print that off and sign it. It's possible some states have updated their technology and you can e-sign it and then email it back into the state. Before you sign it and send it into the state, my apologies for kind of going back a little bit, you want to make sure that this is the type of LLC you want to have in place for the next 12 months. So I formed a single member LLC. I am going to be the sole owner of my business. I'm able to have employees. It's possible that down the road I might want to have a multi-member LLC, in which case I'd actually have to start all over again with a company name, signing the documents, filing it out, all that kind of stuff. I don't see that happening probably until my kids are older, and if they wanted to join my business, that I would actually give my business over to someone else. You don't ever know, though. I mean, you don't know, but it's not that hard of a process to kind of get it all set up again. Number 5 is to have the operating agreement. Now, as I kind of mentioned quickly in the beginning, Not all states require an operating agreement. Some states do. So you need to go to the Secretary of State website and kind of scan through, are you required to have an operating agreement? And an operating agreement really just says who are the roles, what are the expenses, what's the distribution of profit and losses between the members. Now, obviously a single member LLC is probably not going to have a whole lot in the operating agreement because it's it's your profits, your losses, all that kind of stuff. Are there voting rights? Who's managing the LLC? So when you're dealing with something other than a single member LLC, even if your state does not require you to have an operating agreement, you want to have an operating agreement, because if you have multiple members on, you need to have them sign off on a document that says this is how we're managing the LLC. Companies break up, partnerships break up. You don't want to get sued because of ambiguity, especially if it's your idea and you're kind of spearheading the whole thing. With watching this video and how do I set all this up, you want to have that operating agreement. You can download it off of a lot of different websites. You just search for operating agreement. They'll be out there, and then you just tailor it to what you want. I mean, a lot of it is just put it in plain English. I want to have 100% voting rights, but I'll have 50% of the company's profits, right? We'll distribute the company's 50-50. So think about what you want, make sure you have it in the operating agreement if you're a multi-member. So there's agreement between all of the members of the LLC. Number 6 is, filling out and filing the formation document. And then you need to pay your state's filing fee. So, it's really not that big of a process. I mean, I think if you are multi-member and you do need to have an operating agreement, that's going to take longer to form the operating agreement than it is to actually file for your LLC. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.